When should you upgrade your hosting? Shared versus VPS versus cloud. Explained. If you're already using shared hosting and your website has started feeling slower, heavier, or a little unstable, this video is for you. Maybe your traffic has increased. Maybe you've started running ads. Maybe your business has simply grown. Nothing dramatic. Nothing broken. Just growth. The real question isn't, is something wrong? The question is, have you outgrown your plan? Shared hosting is perfect when your website is new, when traffic is still low, when you're testing ideas, and when your budget is tight. It works because you're sharing server resources with other websites, which keeps costs affordable. And in the early stages, that makes complete sense. But here's what happens as you grow. When your traffic increases, or your website becomes heavier with more features, more products, more visitors, you start competing for those shared resources. That's when you begin to notice slower load times, occasional downtime, or performance that feels inconsistent. And that's not failure, that's growth. Now let's talk about VPS. A virtual private server is like moving from an apartment you share to your own private unit in the same building. You still exist in a shared environment, but your core resources, your CPU and RAM, are dedicated to you. That means more control and better stability. VPS makes sense when your website traffic is steadily growing, when you're running an e-commerce store, handling more complex applications, or when you simply need consistent performance every day. It's a step up. More power? More control? But it does require slightly more technical comfort. Then there's cloud hosting. Cloud is about scalability. If your traffic fluctuates during promotions, campaigns, product launches, cloud hosting adjusts. It's not just more power, it's flexible power. Cloud makes sense if you run ads regularly, if your traffic spikes unpredictably, if you don't want your website crashing during growth, and if you're thinking long-term about scalability. Think of cloud as infrastructure that grows with you. So which one should you choose? If you have a small site with low traffic, shared hosting is still fine. If your traffic is growing steadily and demand is stable, VPS is the logical next step. If you're scaling aggressively, running campaigns, and expecting spikes, cloud is the smarter move. The goal isn't to upgrade just for the sake of upgrading. The goal is to match your hosting to your current stage of business, because the wrong plan creates stress. The right plan creates momentum. If your website feels slower than your ambition, it might not be a design problem. It might be time to upgrade your infrastructure. Growth should feel exciting, not fragile.